Hello there, and to all who come to this happy place, welcome. If you're new here, my name is Abby, and I upload Disney planning content here on my channel every Sunday and Thursday. In today's video, we are going to be talking about how to save money on food when you do not have the Disney dining plan. This is part of my Disney for Dummies series here on my channel. If you've missed the first couple of videos, then make sure to check out the link in the cards as well as in the description. I'll be sure to link it there so that you can go check that out. If you haven't already, make sure to hit the red subscribe button down below and tap the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. If you've already done so, make sure to give this video a thumbs up so that I know you're here. Now, I've gone over on my channel the Disney dining plan and how to maximize it and all of that, but I'll let you in on a little secret. Our family does not always use the Disney dining plan. We do use it sometimes, but on other trips when we're not so dining focused, we might not use it. So I have put together 10 tips for you so that when you are not using the dining plan, you can still save money on your food in Disney. My first tip for you is to know that you can bring a cooler up to 24 inches by 15 inches by 18 inches. The exact dimensions are also listed on the Walt Disney World website, which you can find a link to in the description down below. The only restriction with coolers is that you cannot have loose ice. It all must be bagged or ice packs or something like that. Make sure that there are no glass bottles or containers in there because they also will not let those in. When you bring a cooler, you can obviously bring a lot more foods that can be refrigerated and all of that. But if you don't feel like lugging around a cooler, then my second tip is for you to rent a locker. You can rent a locker at the front of each of the parks for between $10 and $15 a day depending on the size of the locker. That way you can bring the cooler, bring the food, but you don't have to carry it around from ride to ride. If you don't want to bring a cooler, then make sure you're packing items that don't melt. So a lot of things you don't think about have chocolate in them. So granola bars, certain protein bars, stuff like that has chocolate is going to melt. It's happened to me on multiple occasions. Don't bring M&Ms. Don't bring, don't bring things that melt. It's a pretty self-explanatory rule, but I have forgotten, so I'm going to leave it in here. Another thing that you can do is pack something like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. This is something that you can make and then freeze the night before and pack in a small lunchbox instead of the cooler. You can also put it in the cooler. But by freezing it, it acts as its own ice pack and then it'll defrost throughout the day and be perfect at lunchtime. You can also do this with something like Go-Gurt. Those are made to be frozen and then defrost throughout the day and be the perfect temperature at lunchtime. Now, in my opinion, they're not quite cold enough, so I like to just bring a small ice pack and put it in a lunchbox, but that's just my personal preference. If you don't feel like packing full-on meals and just want to bring snacks, then consider ordering kids' meals at quick service locations. I've said it before on my channel, but kids' meals are just as much food, I think, as adult meals are in Disney. The food is just distributed a little differently. So when you order a adult chicken nugget, you get 8 chicken nuggets and you get french fries. When you order a kids' meal, you get 4 chicken nuggets, french fries, a go-go squeeze or apple slices depending on where you are, and then a drink, it's a small kid-sized drink, it's like that, but it's still a drink. You don't get that with an adult meal. So you're getting the same amount of food, it's just kind of distributed a little bit differently in terms of where your calories are coming from. So if we order a kids meal, we'll eat the chicken and the french fries and then bring the go-go squeeze with us for a snack for later. You can also try to do this at table service restaurants. However, that's kind of at the discretion of the waiter. They do not have to let an adult order a kid's meal because they are technically for people ages 3 to 9. But at quick service locations, no one knows and no one cares. Tip number 6 is popcorn buckets. I love a good popcorn bucket at Walt Disney World. You can get them for as low as $12.99 if you just get the standard ones, and for as expensive as $30 if you're getting one of the fancy ones. People do collect them, which is why there are some expensive ones. They're different characters and all of that, but that's not important. When you buy a popcorn bucket, you pay that one-time fee, and then you can refill it for $2 for the rest of your trip. They also seem to be moving away from it only being good for the duration of your trip because they seem to be filling up any old popcorn bucket, as long as it's a Disney popcorn bucket. So you can also bring them back from trip to trip, especially if they are closer together. Our family is known to get popcorn before we get in line for a ride or something like that, sit down, wait for a show, and it just provides a good snack, it fills you up, and it's also super cheap. So my next tip applies if you are an annual pass holder, Disney Vacation Club member, or a Disney Visa Rewards Cards member, or all three. But then you qualify for merchandise discounts, and this means that you should be buying your snacks at places that give merchandise discounts. So, for example, the Confectionery and Big Top back in Storybook Circus are both merchandise locations that sell baked goods. So they sell cupcakes, they sell chocolate-dipped marshmallows, chocolate-covered pineapple, cookies, cake pops, stuff like that. But because it's a merchandise location, you can use your discount. So if you're going for one of those, then make sure to buy them at merchandise locations instead of somewhere else. You can also use your merchandise discount on the pre-packaged, like, bagged candy from Goofy's Candy Co. and all of that kind of stuff. My 8th tip for you is to bring snacks that travel well. Now, unfortunately, a bag of chips doesn't really travel that well. First of all, it could pop in the bag if, like, something landed on it. It would pop and then you'd have crumbs everywhere. Or it could get crushed, that kind of thing. So try to bring things that can get kind of beaten up, if you know what I mean. We always bring Go-Go Squeeze. We always bring some kind of bar. We bring shakes sometimes. We bring apples. And we've brought clementines. These all seem to do pretty well in our bags. We do carry an awful lot. I carry all my camera equipment and everything seems to survive all right. Chips don't, and then I have extensive food allergies, which is why we bring snacks. And the Enjoy Life brand, if you're familiar with allergy-friendly snacks, does not travel all that well. The bags just don't have enough air in them and stuff gets crushed, and it's a whole thing. Oh, fruit snacks also travel well and are good for the kids when they need something sweet, but you don't want to spend $5 to $6 on a Mickey ice cream. However, don't, like, hold back. Get the Mickey ice cream. My next tip also applies if you do have the dining plan. Bring a water bottle. You don't want to spend $4 to $5 on a bottle of water in Walt Disney World. Just bring your own reusable bottle, or if you really have to, buy one bottle at the beginning of your trip and make it last. Wash it out at night, that kind of thing. Now, consider if you're going to be needing water, you can get the giant pack of like 24 delivered to your resort for probably what it would cost for your entire family to get a bottle of water or less. Like, you're gonna get a pack of 24 bottles for like $3.99, $4.99. And with the delivery fee, that brings it to like $9.99, $10.99. That's like less than 3 bottles of water. So consider doing that instead of purchasing water when you get to your first park. Of course, the cheapest option is just to bring a water bottle you have at home. My 10th tip is that if you don't feel like lugging food around and you're going to be buying meals in the park anyway, just get the Disney Dining Plan. It really does save money if you do it correctly, which I have done videos here on my channel for. But the Disney Dining Plan is a great thing to have on your vacation package. It makes it much less worry-free. You don't have to worry about what you're ordering. You don't have to think about, am I ordering the cheapest option on the menu? That kind of thing. It's all paid for. It's all covered. So I would consider adding it if you're not going to be spending your vacation eating out of your backpack. So there you have it, 10 dining hacks for when you are not using the Disney Dining Plan. Let me know what your family does to save money on food in Disney in the comments section down below. In my next video, I'm going to be talking about kids under 3. What the heck do you do with them? What does it mean for your trip? All of that kind of stuff. So if you are interested, make sure to hit the red subscribe button down below and tap the notification bell if you haven't already. With that being said, I will see you guys again on Sunday with my next video. Bye!